Hey guys, I want to talk to you about how to have a wow life, how to live a life of wonder. Recently, I was at the airport, and you know how you can do some people watching and inadvertently, not even intentionally. And I was sitting next to someone who was obviously stressed out and probably had a lot of drama because I heard it all while this person was on the phone. And you know what? I'm not living their life, I'm not in that situation, but I can tell you that I've got some antidotes of living a drama-filled or a stress-filled life. You can step outside and see the beautiful, beautiful dogwood trees and the tulips and the irises that are in bloom right now in springtime and take in their beauty and their newness and live and be in wonder. Or you can embrace your smallness as you look up in a cloudless sky at the millions and billions of stars in the sky. Or you can sit on a beach and watch the tide roll in and out and try to guess how many gallons of water are out there before you. Or, in my case recently, you can sit and watch your son stand beneath an arch of flowers and say I do to the person that he has fallen in love with and realize that your life is passing by quickly. Those are all moments of wonder and awe. If you look up wonder in the dictionary, it will say something like to be filled with amazement, admiration, awe, or to marvel. And when I personally, intentionally look around me and search for things that make me feel awe or wonder, the stresses and the drama that I have, just like everybody else, seems to disappear. I realize my smallness when I think of the vastness of mankind, or when I allow my ego to shrink and I come to realize that it's just little old me living on a planet with almost 8 billion other people. Or when I'm conscious of the fact that the earth is really just one big melting pot of heterogeneous people and we're all in it together, I stand in awe and amazement and my stresses seem smaller. Or when I really, really understand the futility of my worrying and my stress and my drama, because the only thing that I'm going to take with me at the end of my life are my relationships, my experiences, and my impact that I've had on other people. Or when I grasp that the drama that I'm going through or the stress that I'm going through is going to pass, I can sit and wonder. Or when I just look at the simple, ordinary things in life around me, a little baby, a toddler, whatever, the stresses seem smaller. Problems and dramas and stressors really do take a backseat to the wonder of it all. So if you ask my family or close friends what my favorite movie is, they will tell you It's a Wonderful Life. Just like, many, many of you out there watching this. It's a Wonderful Life. So the Cliff Note version, if you have not seen it, my Cliff Note versions is you got this guy born in this cute little town, but he strives to get away. He wants to leave. He wants to get out. But because of circumstances out of his control, he's got to stay put. So he marries, he starts a family, and everything is hunky-dory. Except the second half of the movie, along comes a very dramatic stress in his life, and he wishes he was never born to alleviate some of the pain that some of his family are going to feel. So lo and behold, his wish is granted, and he begins to live in this alternative reality for about an hour where he's not born. And those things that he takes for granted aren't there. So at the very end of the movie, he says, "Help me, I want to live again. I want to live again," because he realizes he has a wonderful life. Well, we can have a wonder-filled life as well. And that movie really gets to me because I take so many things for granted. Marrying my husband, staying married to him for 30 years, I take it for granted. Watching my kids start to, go from toddlers to teens to adults and navigate life, that's wonder, and I take it for granted. When I walk the acreage at our cabin and I just see the wildlife and the flowers, I take it for granted. When I plant a garden and then watch my vegetables grow and then pick them, sometimes I take it for granted. My relationships with my friends, their encouragement, the fact that they have my back and I have their back, I take it for granted. The trips I've taken, and here's the thing, the gifts and talents that have been put inside of me, that have been put inside of you, I take those for granted. And if I'm not diligent, I'll let the drama and the stressors of the world overshadow all of those wonders around me. So I have come up with some really, really, really simple things that will help you get back to the wonder of it all, to the awe of it all, to lessen your stress. Now, again, I'm not talking butterflies, rainbows, and unicorns, because I know you have stress in your life. The world is not perfect, and I'm not walking in your shoes, but I know that these things can help you get back to see the wonder of it all. First one is to slow down. Yes, we have to be reminded to slow down. Are you a volunteeraholic? Do you say yes to lots of things for lots of reasons? Remember, every time you say yes to something, you're saying no to something else. So think about what you're saying no to and slow down. Put your feet up. When you do, it's good for your body, it's good for your relationships, and frankly, it's a good way to experience the wonders around you. Number 2 is to put your senses on high alert. I mean, really high alert. I take for granted my smell, hearing, my touch, my sight, etc. When you see a butterfly, really look at the beautiful wings, how the design on the wings. When you see a V of geese pass by overhead, listen to their honks. It's amazing. If you pass a playground, listen to the kids' laughter. I'm telling you, that can lessen your stress immediately. Eating your favorite food, savor the spices before you swallow. You mow the lawn, take in that freshly cut grass, unless you have allergies, and think, barbecues in summertime. Snuggling in your bed, feel the blankets and the sheets and feel how wonderful they are. Use your 5 senses and have them on high alert so that you can really, really take in the wonders around you. Number 3 is unplug. Turn your phone off every once in a while. Turn your alerts off. Do your gaming one night a week. Have TV hours. Turn your computer off. When you unplug from technology, you can plug in to the wonders around you. Number 4 is to reconnect. Reconnect with those people that, just because of life, I've got them too. You've gotten lost in, you're not in touch with them anymore. So reconnect. Go to that reunion. Have that happy hour. Meet somebody for coffee, reconnect and rekindle those relationships with people that you once knew, to be reminded how wonderful community is. Number 5 is do what lights you up. What gets a fire under your feet? What makes you get out of bed quickly? What are those things? Do you like to sew? Do you like to draw? Do you like to play the guitar? Do you play the piano? Do you sing? Do you tell jokes? Do you write? Do you build websites? Whatever that voodoo that you do so well is in you for a reason. So do more of it. And when you do, you're going to appreciate the wonders inside of you. Number 6 is to take wow walks, which is kind of a goofy thing, but I did it intentionally to remind you that there's a whole bunch of things that we can say wow when we walk. The Japanese talk about just walking, maybe going through the woods. They call it a forest bath, because you're touching nature, you're getting one with nature. And seriously, when you take those wow walks, those things that you take for granted, the birds, the crunching of the leaves, when you get alone in nature, you're going to realize there's so much wonder and awe around you. And the last one, and I saved this for last, but is to have gratitude. Have gratitude. You have breath in your lungs. So do I. There's my dog. I've got a dog. I'm grateful for her. I've got food in my cupboard. I've got clothes on my back. I've met some wonderful people. I have friends that support me. I've tried things and failed, but I've picked myself up. I'm resilient. I've come a long way, but I have a long way to go. And so do you. And when you're grateful, you can just stand in wonder, sit in wonder of all the wonderful things that have been going on in your life. So me personally, what just makes me sit in wonder recently is looking at those beautiful sunsets and sunrises that we've had, visiting the ocean, visiting history museums. Man, those really, I can see the wonder of how far we have come and all the people who have helped us along the way. Looking at the pink moon that we just experienced, watching a turtle just slowly cross the road. Those are all things that make me stop and look in wonder and awe. So I don't want to be characterized by the stresses and drama and fleeting feelings of peace and joy in my life. And I hope you don't either. So I want to be sensitive to the things happening around me and live in wonder and awe. So drop me a line. What do you do to bring wonder and awe into your life? And what are some things around you that have you standing in wonder? Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it.